Blizzard has reworked level 90. Here's your new endgame plan. That's right, so some adjustments have been made to how we're going to gear out and play this game going forward at level 90. So let's see what Bellular has to say about these reworks and how we should be playing at cap level.
Okay, so you've hit level 90, but we're still in pre-season limbo for a little bit yet. So what do you do until then? What do you do at level 90 in this expansion, other than seasonal stuff? That's a good question. There are loads of answers, but it's actually a little different this time. Midnight feels a lot different to any expansion we've had before. By the end of this video, you'll understand all the things you can do.
All right,
exactly
let's see what's different.
What do I have to do? Have to do is a very strong term, but WoW is still in many ways a weekly game. There's one-time stuff for big gear, of course, plus events that you'll want to do every week for the most rewards. And thankfully, they're all recognizable with these purple quests and map icons. First, you want to sort out Liadrin's big weekly quest, which is called Unity Against the Void. And of the options she gives, this week the Argentina quest is the fastest by miles. You just use your key to get there, buy 3 drinks from the bartender, and use them on a player, and then leave. Easy as that. I'll let you a bunch of collection stuff, including a pinnacle chest and a spark for future crafting. And while you're at Liadrin, pick up Haldoran's quest as well. That's the Dungeon Weekly.
Hey, are the caches dropping, what's it called? The keys for delves? Are they giving the keys for delves still right now? Because then you could save those keys for when the season actually kicks off and you can do +8 bountiful delves. I don't know if anyone can answer that question. I haven't gotten a cache yet. But if they are, that's going to be a freaking really good thing. At least get 2 keys because your first 2 caches guaranteed to give you keys. I don't know if that happens only once the season goes live. I don't know if anyone in chat could speak to that. They're not giving keys? Okay. Yeah, so that would have been a great advantage. But once the season goes live, certainly doing quests like this are going to be a great idea. Because bountiful delves are going to give some really good gear once the season hits.
While you're at Liadrin, pick up Haldoran's quest as well. That's the Dungeon Weekly. Go run the dungeon on any difficulty for a quick 1000 renown of a faction of your choice. And I would say to pick your lowest renown this week, and soon enough, you'll find out why. Next then, you want to make sure you do this World Tour quest from Lorthamar, because that will get you a second crafting spark. That'll mean you can craft something, but I would not craft anything just yet, though. I think we should hold on to those for Season 1.
Weapon.
But with that done, it's now World Event time. Here's the list of World Events. There's Saltherial Soiree in Eversong, Abundance in Zalaman, Legends of the Haranir in Harandar, and Stormarian Assault in Voidstorm. Each one of these will give you renown and pinnacle chests full of gold and crests. The first 2 of each week will of course have gear, and they've all got fairly nice intro quests that'll teach you the ins and the outs. Just look for the purple icon in each one of the zones.
Yeah, one thing about the crests, we mentioned it just earlier, the champion crests, getting those and pumping your gear up all the way will help you get the next, the next upgrade track discount to upgrade the crest. Was it champion or was it veteran? Hold on, we got the Adventurer crest. That's right, the Adventurer crest discount. So upgrading your Adventurer gear all the way to getting to that item level cap will grant you the next upgrade track. So then you could start converting Adventurer crests up to champion level crests, which is a nice thing to have pre-season, basically. You're already setting yourself up to have a bunch of champion crests ready to go for the upgrade. So that's a pretty big deal.
And honestly, it's that simple. Almost. Because before you do any of these, make sure you have Renown. Specifically Renown 9 with Silvermoon and the Amani, 8 with the Harity, and 7 with the Singularity. Because that way, you can get champion gear this week for free by doing these weeklies. Just pick up the quests from each of the 4 Renown Quartermasters, and if you don't have that Renown yet, well, feel free to skip ahead in this video and then come back. Now, going back to Silvermoon, there is the Prey feature. This is one of the big new features of Midnight, and honestly, I think it's kind of brilliant. Astrolore Bloodsworn, in his very gravelly voice, will instruct you to hunt down prey so that he can study all the anguish that you inflict. Now, mechanically, it adds new context and gameplay to your world content. And you can actually do this feature a lot each week, basically endlessly, but only the first 4 are hugely rewarding. The first 4 you do will give you 1000 rep on your Prey Seeker's journey, which will add up to being 1 level every week. Now, the first 2 in each difficulty will give you appropriate gear, and right now, we've only got normal and hard mode, so here's the best thing for you to do. Pick up the quest and finish 1 hunt in normal. That will unlock hard. Then do 3 more, ideally on hard, to get 2 bits of veteran gear and loads of renown. You can do more if you want, of course, but those will only be for achievements and cosmetic currency. On repeated runs, the rep falls down to a measly 50, so I really don't think it's worth farming and no-lifing. Though while we're here, I've got a very quick tip for the prey feature. After you get ambushed, you can find some red mist nearby. Just fly to it, click on it for a riposte, and that will speed things along with that particular prey hunt. Now, there's another very special thing about prey as well, which is quite the force multiplier.
You guys been liking this feature? I feel like the prey feature has kind of been like the preseason champion. Like people keep talking about that, the fact that they're enjoying prey. Now, I don't know how relevant it's going to be once the season actually kicks off, because right now the gear it gives is pretty decent compared to what else you can get in the game. But once the season actually kicks off, there's going to be the final difficulty. I think it's like the nightmare difficulty of prey. So the gear will be even better, but still it's not going to really compare to something you get from Mythic Plus. It's cool. It's really cool. Yeah, so people have been liking it. Another weird thing about it that a lot of people are saying is the guy who gives you the quest. I forgot the person who said this in our Discord, and I thought it was a really interesting point. The guy who gives you the quests sounds a lot like Sire Denathrius. Someone was saying he's the same voice actor. So that's an interesting point. It was Eggsy from our Discord. And the fact that he sounds a lot like Sire Denathrius, and we're filling up red crystals, which look a lot like the stuff that we saw back from the Venthyr in Shadowlands. Yep, it was you, Eggsy. That's an interesting point. Is Sire Denathrius, is he, because remember, he's a Dreadlord. He can make himself look whoever he wants to look like. Could it be that we are helping out Sire Denathrius right now with all these prey quests? I mean, I wouldn't be shocked, honestly. Look at this guy. Look at the red crystal. Look at the gear. I don't know. Would it be a shocker if it turns out we're helping Sire Denathrius with something here? Just a little lore tidbit there. Fun speculation.
Though while we're here, I've got a very quick tip for the prey feature. After you get ambushed, you can find some red mist nearby.
Don't do the hunts, yeah.
Fly to it, click on it for a riposte, and that will speed things along with that particular prey
This is also
hunt.
an interesting
Now,
point that he gives
there's
here.
another very special thing about prey as well, which is quite the force multiplier. While you're hunting your prey, you'll be able to knock out every other bit of world content. And that's because the world quests in each zone, including the weekly special assignments, all progress your prey hunt. So basically, load up in your prey hunt and then knock over all of that world content, and you'll be knocking out many birds with a single stone. That should feel pretty good, and by now you'll have got weekly gear, a whole stack of crests, tons of renown, and you'll be a few grand richer.
So don't do world quests without having a prey thing active, because then you're doing two things at once. Why not?
Job done, but not really. So there's a couple of ways to prepare for the start of Season 1. First, obviously, is gearing stuff. With Renown and Prey gear, you actually should have quite a few slots sorted. The only other thing to do then for Veteran gear is Mythic Zeros. Just get a group together and go and clear them all out. And don't worry, because even at this early stage, they are all very doable, and thankfully, the mechanics are all quite readable. It works real well. Though there is a knowledge check that does get just about everyone, and that is your boy Lothraxion. Whenever Lothraxion and his clones channel, only interrupt the one without the horns, right? All the fake images have these shimmering light horns, but not the real ones. So look out for the horns and you'll be fine. And really, that's the only bit of dungeon content I've really seen.
Another interesting Dreadlord piece of lore there. Lothraxion with his horns back? Ew, what's going on? The whole thing about Lothraxion, right? We've been freaking speculating on him since I ever saw him with the Army of the Light back in Legion. Like, what the hell's the Army of the Light doing, allowing a Dreadlord into their ranks? Well, these guys are literally known to just infiltrate every type of magic, every freaking source of power around this world. So yeah, he's definitely some sort of spy, or he's going to turn back to the Dreadlordian ways. Who knows? But I'm very suspicious of him, for sure.
Trip people up in a major way, so your world tour of Mythic Zero should go just fine. Just focus on interrupting the casts that look dangerous, and thankfully...
Interesting Dreadlord lore becoming relevant again.
The impact of all the class changes and add-on changes on dungeon design does actually mean they're a lot more readable, and you really shouldn't feel like you need a bunch of computational add-ons or weak aura packs to just basically do well. Okay, the second part of gearing then is crests. And after doing all the things we've covered so far, you should have a stack of Adventurer and Veteran crests. And at this early stage, just send them all into your upgrades, especially in big slots like your weapons and your chest. You see, last expansion it was a bit more complicated, there was a few little quibbles, but this time there is no massively important way to optimize how these work in the preseason. Though if you do find yourself needing more crests to hit the cap, currently Prey is the only way to
Yeah, it's a
farm
good way to do
veteran
it.
crests. If you want more adventurer crests, I'd say the delves are your best bet, but honestly, it's just better to focus elsewhere. And once you're done everything here, you should be around item level 235 to 238, depending on how your mythic luck has went. Though if you really want to be a hardcore prepper, you can also farm out your delves to level up Valera to the current cap. Basically, the stronger she is at the launch of the season, then the faster you'll be able to clear up to tier 11s for the juiciest rewards.
And right now you can go up to tier 7, right? So that's, doing that obviously, but then while you're doing that, you'll be upgrading Valera.
But again, I really don't think that's the most efficient use of your time. In fact, most of the preseason prep is mostly a waste of time if you're no-lifing it, because there's a little other thing you could be doing, and that's called playing the game.
Oh, shocker.
Yes, World of Warcraft is a thing that you can play rather than be a thing that you're a slave to. Shocking knowledge.
Wow.
Now, there's a wave of people saying that the preseason is actually the part of WoW they enjoy the most. And after doing all of these things I'm going to talk about, you may even find yourself as one of them. You see,
Yeah, well, you know what? Look at me. I'm level 95, and like you guys in chat keep ripping me a new asshole every time I log in, and I'm just slowly playing the game and reading the quests and enjoying the landscapes and ground mount only. I've been riding around on my ground mount, and you guys are all getting pissed off, getting all your pubes in the knot and everything about it. At the end of the day, I'm just enjoying the game. I'm fucking enjoying the preseason. Who gives a shit about gearing out in the preseason, honestly? Like, yes, I'm watching a video about how to gear out in the preseason, but in all honesty, it doesn't matter. I just enjoy the fucking game. This is why I like the launch of an expansion. Mr. GM's tweet, totally, I agree with that. This is like one of my favorite parts of the expansion. It's like the no pressure, the just taking it all in and enjoying the game for what it is. It's a game. That's right. Shocker.
it's the ideal
I said 95, 85. My bad. Yeah, I'm level 95. I actually pushed past the cap.
time to get stuck into the world and the story before the constant pressure of gear and all that stuff starts to pile up. So for the next week and a bit, you are truly free, but total
What's up,
freedom is a
Freezy?
bit scary and overwhelming, so here are the things that I would recommend. Go get Lore Master and actually enjoy the process. That means finishing up all the side quests, and there's a lot of them. And to make the most of that, here's the setup that I would use. Install Blizz HUD tweaks or enhance QOL to hide most of your UI. Then get Dialogue UI and set it up just how you like it. Turn music and ambience up to max. Well, maybe not ambience if
enjoy
you're
it.
standing beside the Sunwell, and
Blizzard fixed this morning. It was hot patched or hot fixed. The Sunwell volume has been turned down, thankfully. My God, what an ear destroyer that thing was.
still want to have functioning ears. Now, you want to play zoomed in rather than zoomed out. You see, it's not really a secret by now that the local stories in WoW, i.e. side quests, are kind of better than the main story and have been for years now.
Really?
And so far, Midnights are arguably the best Blizzard have done yet, especially if you think the main story is just a bit too focused on, say, some of the drama stuff between the characters. Each of the 4 zones has a full 5 to 6 hours of stories if you actually do them like one by one and pay attention to them like they're an actual story that you can experience. And
Right.
most of them focus on building up the world and the people in it. And of course, as you do all of that, that'll get your renown up, and that'll mean you'll get that champion gear quite a bit earlier. You see, each quest gives 50 renown, but the last in each chain gives 250, which is quite a lot. Now,
Nice.
another thing you could start doing is the meta achievement. This is for effectively finishing the expansion, and it's made up of a few parts. There's Lore Master, there's also Explorer, so that's doing all the quests and just fully exploring every zone.
Right.
Now, in Midnight, they want you to do all of the weeklies until you've chosen all of the options. So you'll just have to do that over a few
so
weeks.
that'll take a couple
But right
weeks,
now,
yeah.
you can do the last parts, which are the treasures and the rares. Now, the rares will take a lot of time and luck, but the treasures are something you can basically bang out in a few play sessions. I say that like it's a chore, but that's kind of the wrong mindset. I mean, sure, it's not full bing bing wahoo exciting gameplay, but what it can be is pure immersion in the world. The music and the ambience of each zone really are incredible.
It's
So you can
amazing.
just download Handy Notes and the Midnight plugin, pick a zone, and fly about clicking and stuff, and maybe picking up some of the skywriting glyphs as well. And it's
Yeah.
not necessarily a quick journey either. You see, on top of every other treasure, Harandar has a grand total of 120 glowing moths to pick up. It
Wow.
might get a bit old for you once you're picking up moth 119.
Honestly, Harandar, like it's a bit of a nice surprise to me because it's the zone I was the least excited for. It's like it feels like that shoehorned in zone that doesn't really have anything to do with the other ones. And aesthetically, I'm like, well, am I excited for Harndar? Not really. But I will say, so far, spending time in that zone, and I said this to you guys before, has been pretty nice because the music is so damn good. And I'm just taking in kind of like the look of it all with the music. It feels nice to be there. So I wouldn't mind running around collecting some moths, enjoying the story. Right now we're gonna go back there, so I'm excited for that.
But yeah, you'll get loads of moths, and those moths give you a currency that you can use for cosmetic things. Don't forget the staples. You see, with so much going on, it's easy to forget a lot of other things, like the trading post, which this month has got a whole host of long-awaited elf weapons. And some of them, get this, they even sheathe properly, which is a stunning innovation for World of Warcraft.
No clipping.
Seriously, though, this is an absolute dream rotation of the trading post, so yeah, don't forget to grab your attendees and see what is up for sale. And thankfully, you won't have to go out of your way to do the Traveler's Log, because there's so much stuff you'll just get from playing Midnight. The next thing, then, is your housing endeavor. Our guild finished ours effortlessly within a few days by just doing expansion stuff. And we even found that one of this month's...
I feel like this week's endeavor shit for housing is going to be the easiest one ever, because literally just questing and stuff, I'm contributing to that thing.
tasks, the Light Bloom enemy kills, is actually extremely farmable in the Blinding Veil. So, don't forget to go and pick up your Endeavor chest rewards and buy stuff from that vendor. And while you're at it, go and buy decor from all the renowned vendors. And there really is a lot of them. Like, if you've got the minimap icon for decor vendors turned on, you will see them all over the place in the Midnight expansion, so maybe it's soon time to redecorate your home with fresh Midnight stuff.
Yep. Decor whores.
That's a lot of mains talked about. Now let's do alts. Finally, alt leveling, and there's a bit of a catch this time. You see, warbands make leveling alts a little weird. Almost everything I told you in this video has a caveat, and that is that with the exception of the gearing steps, it's actually much more efficient to do everything on your alts, rather than your main. And I seriously mean it. So think about it this way.
Really?
At level 90, side quests only give you gold. Below level 90, they give you XP. And I don't know about you, but I think XP is a lot more valuable than a tiny bit of gold.
Yeah.
And the same actually goes with the Prey feature. After you've done 2 in your main for veteran gear, you're actually better off doing Prey on alts for the XP. Otherwise, that XP is basically wasted. So,
makes sense.
If you're logging on to do any of the level 90 activities, actually consider doing them below level 90 and on an alt instead. Of course, this will change once the season comes in and you want seasonal stuff, but at least for now, this is what makes the most sense. Now, if you want to level up your alt...
It's a good time to level up alts regardless, even if it wasn't the most optimal way to run your Prey and all that shit, is because we're in the preseason. Again, grinding out on a single toon right now, it's just not optimal. Like, yes, if you play only one character like I do, and if you've hit cap level at that point, sure, you can grind out shit just because you're enjoying playing the game. But in all honesty, it's just a good time to level shit up. Just to enjoy playing on your alts, playing on your main, and not really be that stressed about getting shit.
Quickly, just to have them at level 90, check this out. This is a new add-on that is called Follow the Arrow. So, if you want to get calamitously drunk/high and just let a big arrow in your screen guide your way, you can do that. And by the
Who's the person? You guys were just saying that because I fly around not knowing where the quest is taking me. You guys, somebody in chat was saying Sam needs a giant arrow on his screen telling him where to go at all times. Hey, look, there's an add-on for that. Maybe I should download this.
the time you've watched this video, the creator should have an alt leveling route added. Basically, it's rested XP, but for free. And the creator isn't just anyone. The creator is Harldan. Harldan's the guy that hit level 80 in under 2 minutes.
It's made for me, right?
In Legion Remix. So when it comes to optimized leveling stuff, this dude's cracked. So full optimized leveling routes that will point you straight from A to B with this add-on. Or, you could take your time instead, stop, smell the roses, maybe even enjoy yourself, maybe even limit yourself to using only a ground mount.
That's
that
right.
may seem completely insane, but you wouldn't be alone, because there's a new trend of players boycotting flying for their leveling experience, and this video not only will tell you, but it will also show you why it's actually kind of a great idea.
Yeah, we're gonna check that one out. Yeah, I've been enjoying it, man, for sure. Ground mounting. Overall, I've been enjoying the expansion for the most part, honestly. It's been fun. I love the preseason time, not for the grind, but for the lack of the grind. Honestly, just playing the game for what it is, a game. Shocker, right? Nice video from Bellular.